Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about how you can teach your child to read the Quran at the age of 5. So let's get started. We all want to teach our kids to read the Quran, and for some of us it doesn't matter at what age our kids learn it, and for others it's a race to finish as soon as possible. Teaching your child to read the Quran at the age of 5 is perfectly possible, even peacefully. Here is my story how I taught my son to read the Quran at the age of 5, while I still had 2 younger kids running around. So let's make one thing clear. I am no expert, I'm just a mother trying to give some tips to other mothers and want to teach their children. To start with, there are 2 things that your child needs to learn. The first thing is this small book that apparently looks small. It is the Yassarna Quran or the Tartilul Quran. It shows how to teach your child to read. And as you progress, it develops a little bit more. It is just a book of, 100 pages. And yet, this is the most difficult part. The second thing is, of course, our beloved Holy Quran. So these 2 things, we want to finish our child by the age of 5. That's the goal. When you start teaching your child with the very basics, the alphabet, it can be just a play. These letters, you don't need to make time for it. It comes with play. Before you start, your child needs to speak all the words correctly. So teach him the alphabet. For most of the children, they will be able to speak all the letters correctly by the age 3.5. And that's when I started with my son. Sooner than that, you don't need to start, in my opinion. And I think we should never start before the child is potty trained. Because, first things first. Now, the Yassarna Quran looks like a small book. And the Quran looks like a lot from a child point of view. But the reality is that the Yassarna Quran is so much more difficult for your child, because he will go from not even know how to hold a book and how to sit still, which is applying everything that we have learned in the Yassarna Quran. So that being said, remember that you will be the first example of a teacher towards your child when you start teaching him at the age of 3.5. So your goal should be to make good memories for your child and creating love for the Quran. Before you start teaching your child about the Quran, your child has to learn to sit still. He has to learn that he has to start learning from the top and the right. Top right, not top left, not bottom right, not bottom left, top right. He doesn't know that. You have to start here. You have to read like this, not like this, not like this, not like this, but like this. And for us, it sounds so simple that we have to read like this, but a child of 3.5 years old does not know that. Don't take it for granted that you know that he is supposed to know that too. For example, if you had a Chinese page in front of you, would you even know how to hold it? Next thing, daily routine. Teaching your child has to become your daily routine, like brushing your teeth, like eating, like playing. Learning to read has to be a part of it, even if it's for 10 to 15 minutes. And in the beginning, when you start, your child will be enthusiastic. You will be enthusiastic. But then you will realize that it is much harder than you thought. And the reality is, it is much harder than we think. But still possible, because if I can do it, you can do it too. Next point, don't quit. Okay, there will be a point in this process that your child will quit. But don't quit. Instead, consider including a reward system. Reward your child. And if you need, reward yourself, because you are also doing a lot of effort in teaching your child. And rewarding means going to the park after reading, or having some screen time, or they can play a game with you. My son, at the age of 4, could not sit still. So I tried a new technique. So when we progressed in the Yasin al-Quran, after reading 2 lines of the Yasin al-Quran, he was allowed to go and run 5 rounds in the house. Hop, 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 hop. And then after those 5 rounds, he got rid of his frustration and he could read further. By doing this, he was even able to read whole page. That's a lot. Yeah. I still can't believe it. Now you can reward every day as you read, but you can also give small gifts or small party when your child finishes a whole chapter. Celebrate it. We celebrate so many things, so let's celebrate that too. Okay, next point. Don't punish, but motivate. And there is a fine line, because if you tell your child you cannot go to the park till you have read the Quran, that's a punishment. That's not a rewarding. But you can say, oh, let's go to the park, and before we go, let's read a little bit. And if he has read a little bit and you want him to read a little bit more, you can say, oh, let's take it with us. And in the park, we will read a little bit and then we will go and play. That's how you keep motivating your child. Don't punish him. Don't tell him you cannot have screen time because you didn't read the Quran. That sounds for a child like a punishment. If you say those things, he will not love the Quran, because for him, it was the Quran that was holding him back from going to the park or having the screen time or playing a game. You absolutely not want to do that. Motivate him so that he learns that the Quran is a part of the good things in life. So that's basically all the things I wanted to say. Everything that I'm saying, I'm assuming that you as a mother or father, you know how to read the Quran. Because if you don't, this video is guess not for you. Reality check. My son spent almost 1 year and 5 months in learning the Yasin al-Quran. So don't rush over this small book. Take your time. Let your child take his time. Reality check number 2. There will be tears. Yes, it will be hard. But no pain, no gain, right? When your child cries, comfort him. When you cry, ask your child a hug. You are in this together, okay? Reality check number 3. When he starts reading a little bit, he will start to make the weirdest links with the words and his imagination. Cherish those moments. Laugh, enjoy. Reality check number 4. Rewarding and motivating will not always help you. Let's be real. There will be days your child will not want to read, and there will be days you will not have the energy because your other child cried the whole night. And that's okay. Take a break. Tomorrow is another day. There will be a point, or several points, when your child will stuck. He will not understand what you're talking about, and it will feel like a dead end. And that's okay. Give him some time. Keep explaining. Try different techniques. You will get through this, inshallah. Reality check number 6. When your child has read the first 3 sipara, the rest is easy. It's just a matter of continuation and rewarding. Reality check number 7. When your child finishes the Quran, you, as a mother, you will feel the most powerful woman on earth. And last but not least, if you tried all the things that I said and your child still does not finish at the age of 5, remember, it's not a big deal. This is not a race. The well-being of your child is much more important than finishing at the age of 5. Loving the Quran and its teaching is much more important than making a competition of it. The goal should be that your child reads the Quran correctly and beautifully, and that your child enjoys it. Thank you for watching. Assalamu alaikum.